Yeah, I'm Jordi Boggiano, and I am maintaining Composer now for 14 some years, I think. Um, yeah, and also packagist, and yeah, I think that's me.
So well, I guess we hold. So,
Sure.
so for me, Composer sort of changed the landscape of PHP because Composer and packages. Because before that we had like, what did we have? Hot scripts. We would just go download random stuff on the internet and try to throw it in our applications.
Yeah.
So have you heard that a lot from people, and like what made you decide, hey, like this is something we need?
Yeah, I think I don't hear this so much anymore because it's just like it's kind of part of the scenery right now. Like people are just used to it being there, and like, you even have. I mean, it's been 14 years, so
That's true.
You have a bunch of devs that started developing. They don't know anything else really. But yeah, initially we did hear that quite a lot. Like people were really happy to be able to drop their random scripts and inline the zip files and whatnot that they had. Yeah, for us the big motivation to start it was that we needed something for Symfony and for PHP BB back then for Niels. He was quite involved with that. And so we needed some like plugin installer of some kind and dependency installer more generically because I don't know, like for example, Symfony was depending on Doctrine or Monologue, which they were not like Symfony specific tools, right? So we had to be able to install anything, and that's why we built this in a generic way, and then everyone kind of jumped on the bandwagon, and it really picked up pace like pretty quickly, I would say.
Yeah. I think it changed the landscape of PHP. I guess the other question related to that is, going forward, is there anything else that like Composer packages doesn't have that you're going to have to add to it, or is it more now you just sort of focus on the private packages or something like that?
I think one big thing that we're missing is the ability to upload like assets, as in archives, because that would enable us to sign them as well, or like to have a bit better like traceability, and that would be nice, but it's a huge chunk of work. So not sure when we get to that, but it's that's the big one. Like if I have one big feature on the roadmap, it's that.
Okay.
Other than that, I think just smaller improvements here and there, and like private packages. I'm mostly doing the like Composer and packages.org part, and the rest of the team is working on private packages. So
Sweet. Perfect. So Jordi, what's the first PHP version you started with?
Hey, I actually don't remember. Like it must have been PHP 4 something. But,
early 2000s.
Yeah, just kind of.
Okay, this one's unique. What is your favorite obscure PHP function or feature?
I guess Okay, so can I answer with two?
Yeah.
One that is maybe not obscure, but I love to abuse is the all the preg functions, like all the regular expression stuff. I just love that, and I think it's obscure for a bunch of people, but I enjoy them. Another that's maybe more obscure and definitely not as useful, but which is kind of cool, is the Levenstein function, which computes the distance between two words. So you give it two words, and it checks how many letters you have to change to get from one word to the other. That's kind of a...
That's perfect, yeah. Believe it or not, the Levenstein, I never heard of it until I think it was last year at Laravel Live London, and there was a talk on like weird PHP functions that Susanna gave, and that's like, and then I remember it ever since then for that. All right, dark mode or light mode for your editor?
Dark.
Music or silence when coding?
Always music, plus kids running around.
And noise canceling.